The calendar stopped on a Tuesday night. I haven't touched the switch to turn on the light. I'm learning the geography of an empty room, how a sanctuary turns into a tomb. The neighbors ask if I'm doing okay. I've run out of lies to throw their way. After you were gone, the world kept spinning, but I lost the heart for any new beginning. The sun comes up like it's got somewhere to be, but it only shines on the wreckage of me. I'm a map with no lines, a bird with no song, just a shadow of a man. After you were gone, I still buy the groceries you used to like. I still check the lock and the chain on your bike. It's a habit I can't seem to break or to bend, like a story that refuses to reach the end. I'm living in the we while the world says trying to find a reason not to say goodbye. They say grief is a wave, but it's more like the tide. It pulls everything out that I'm trying to hide. I'm drowning in shallows, I'm lost in the blue, just looking for a version of a world without you. After you were gone, the world kept spinning, but I lost the heart for any new beginning. The sun comes up like it's got somewhere to be, but it only shines on the wreckage of me. I'm a map with no lines, a bird with no song, just a shadow of a man. After you were gone, I'm gone. The silence is so loud, just a face in the crowd, still holding on long after you were gone. I'm sweeping up the echoes on the floor, the sharpest things you said before the door. They don't melt away like winter snow, they've got nowhere left for them to go. I try to wrap my spirit in a lie, but the truth is written in a frozen sky. And every time I try to start a flame, I only hear the ghost of my own name. Because the fire died out a long time ago, but the cold words remain buried in the low. They're the frost on the glass of every dream, the jagged edge of a silent scream. I can't find the sun, I can't find the way, when your winter is all that's left to stay. The love is gone, but the cold words remain. words they remain. The edges of your face are starting to fray, like a photograph left in the light of the day. I can still feel the ghost of your hand in mine, but I'm losing the curve of your silhouette line. The house has been painted, the garden has grown, and I've learned how to live in a skin of my own. But I'm fading through the years, blurring at the seams, losing the sound of your voice in my dreams. The sharp sting of sorrow is turning to dust, like an old iron gate giving into the rust. I'm terrified of the peace I have found, while I'm fading through the years without you around. I saw someone today with a laugh just like yours, and I felt the old ache behind all the doors. But it only lasted a second or two before I went back to a world without you. It's a different kind of heartbreak to finally heal, to forget how the fire was supposed to feel. Is it a mercy or is it a crime to be washed away by the water of time? I'm holding on tight to the grief that remains, because it's the only thing left in my veins. But I'm fading through the years, blurring at the seams, losing the sound of your voice in my dreams. The sharp sting of sorrow is turning to dust, like an old iron gate giving into the rust. I'm terrified of the peace I have found, while I'm fading through the years without you around. Fading out, turning to gray, watching the memory slip further away. Just a ghost of a ghost, fading through the years. Walking through the house like a trespasser now, trying to remember the why and the how. But the hallways are wider, the ceilings are high, and the mirrors are reflecting a stranger's eye. I reach for your hand in the middle of sleep, but I'm grasping at shadows I'm not meant to keep. Now I'm hollow like a memory, empty as a shell, living in the echo of a long gone bell. I got the shape of a person, the skin and the bone, but I'm a haunted house and nobody's home. Just a frame without a picture, a sky without blue. I'm hollow like a memory of you. The things that we loved are just objects again. The records, the books, and the ink in the pen. for a feeling that isn't coming back. You took all the color, you took all the light, you left me the cold in the middle of the night. Now I'm a ghost of a ghost, a blur in the hole, waiting for the rest of the ceiling to fall. Now I'm hollow like a memory, empty as a shell, living in the echo of a long gone bed. I got the shape of a person, the skin and the bone, but I'm a haunted house that nobody's home. Just a frame without a picture, a sky without blue. I'm hollow like a memory of you. Just an outline, just a space, looking for the ghost of your face. Hollow, I'm so hollow. We built a house on a shifting sand, with a heavy heart and a trembling hand. We tried to anchor the stars to the floor and keep the winter away from the door. But some things are meant to be wild and free, and some things were never meant for you and me. It was a love that couldn't stay, a fire in the rain, a beautiful fever, a holy kind of pain. We tried to hold it like water in our palms, but the storm was louder than our Sunday songs. It wasn't a choice, it was just the way of a love that couldn't stay. There was no villain, and there was no crime, just a slow, steady thieving of gravity and time. We were two different rivers headed for the sea, flowing together till we had to be free. I don't regret the heat or the height, even if it ended in the middle of the night. Some flowers bloom just to wither in the vase, some stories end without leaving a trace. We were a lightning strike, brief and bright, before we surrendered to the coming light. It was a love that couldn't stay, a fire in the rain, a coffee's cold on your side of the bed. Just like the words that we never said. I'm still moving furniture to hide the floor where you stood when you headed for the door. The silence is a physical thing. It's the weight of the space where you used to sing. And I'm still in the aftermath, still in the gray, counting the pieces you threw away. The clock is ticking, but the room is still. I'm waiting for the heart to break, and it will. They say the storm passes, they say it's a path, but I'm just a ghost in the aftermath. I found your sweater in the bottom drawer. It doesn't smell like your perfume anymore. Just dust and the ghost of a June night before we learned how to lose a fight. I'm driving past places we used to go, keeping the windows up so the wind won't blow. Is it raining where you are? Did you take the scars or leave them in the car? I'm breathing in the smoke of a fire gone out, wandering the ruins of what we were about. And I'm still in the aftermath, still next to you in the creases you threw away. The clock is ticking, but the room is still. I'm waiting for the heart to break, and it will. They say the storm passes, they say it's a path, but I'm just a ghost in the aftermath. I'm still here, still waiting for the dust to clear, still in the aftermath of you. The clouds moved in when you stepped out. They've been circling the house, leaving no doubt. I haven't seen the sun since the day you left. Just a sky that's broken, a world bereft. I keep an umbrella by the front door, but I don't know what I'm protecting anymore. Because I'm still under the rain, still in the downpour, washing away what I'm waiting for. The storm never broke, it just settled in, soaking the spirit and bruising the skin. Everyone else has found higher ground, but I'm still here waiting to be found, drowning in the memory of the pain. I'm still under the rain. I'm still under the rain. The sound on the roof is a steady beat, like the rhythm of your heart or your walking feet. I've forgotten the feeling of being dry under the weight of a weeping sky. I'm a permanent fixture in a temporary storm, trying to remember how it felt to be warm. Let the river rise, let the banks overflow. I've got nowhere else that I need to go. If the water takes me, let it take me deep into the promises you couldn't keep. Because I'm still under the rain, still in the downpour, washing away what I'm waiting for. The storm never broke, it just settled in, soaking the spirit and bruising the skin. Everyone else has found higher ground, but I'm still here waiting to be found, drowning in the memory of the pain. I'm still under the rain. I'm still under the rain. in the grave. I'm still under the rain. I remember the shirt you wore that day, and the way the lights started to fade to gray. We talked about the weather and the grocery list, ignoring the hurricane we couldn't resist. Such ordinary things for a final breath, a mundane conversation before a death. The last time we spoke, it was nothing at all, just a few casual words in the hall. No, I love you, no, stay, no, don't let me go. Just the hollow rhythms of the people we know. I'm haunted by the things that we didn't say on that perfectly normal, heartbreaking day. Everything broke in a sentence of smoke. The last time we spoke. I try to rewind it, to change the tone, to put some meaning in the words on loan. But see you later was the best we could do, a casual promise that wasn't true. If I'd known the air was about to freeze, I would have fallen right there to my knees. Now I'm dissecting every syllable and sound, searching for the closure that's nowhere to be found. It was just a period where a comma should be the end of the story for you and for me. The last time we spoke, it was nothing at all, just a few casual words in the hall. No, I love you, no, stay, no, don't let me go. Just the hollow rhythms of the people we know. I'm haunted by the things that we didn't say on that perfectly normal, heartbreaking day. Everything broke in a sentence of smoke. The last time we spoke. Just goodbye, not even a why, just a casual word in a darkening sky. I'm still listening to the last time we spoke. The argument ran out of oxygen in there. We were just two statues sitting there. The clock on the mantle was the only sound, while our kingdom crumbled to the ground. No more shouting, no more who was right, just the sudden weight of a permanent night. When we fell silent, the truth got louder. Thunderbolt hidden without a cloud. I could hear the ghost of every lie. In the exact moment we let it die, the world didn't end with a crash or a bang, just the echo of a song we no longer sang. Everything broke when we fell Is this how it happens? Does the fire just freeze? Do we go from forever to strangers with ease? The air turned to glass and the room turned to stone. I've never felt so together and so much alone. When we fell silent, the truth got loud. A thunderbolt hidden without a cloud. I could hear the ghost of every lie. In the exact moment we let it die, the world didn't end with a crash or a bang, just the echo of a song we no longer sang. Everything broke when we fell silent. No more words, no more breath, just the quiet of a death. When we fell silent. There was no slamming door to shake the walls, no bitter shouting echoing through the halls. You didn't even note our trail of blame. You didn't even stop to whisper my name. Just a soft click of the latch in the dark, leaving me here without a single spark. You walked away quietly like a secret kept, while the world was still and the city slept. No grand finale, no final bow, just the then turning into now. I was braced for a storm, for the wind and the rain, but it's the silence that's causing the pain. The loudest goodbye I've ever heard was the one where you didn't say a word. You walked away quietly. I woke up to the sound of the house breathing deep, finding the secrets that you didn't keep. The keys on the counter, the space on the rug, the missing pieces of a life we once dug. You made your exit with such steady grace that you didn't leave a footprint or a trace. Give me a reason, give me a fight, give me a ghost I can chase through the night. But you left me with nothing to hold or to hate, just a quiet too late at the garden gate. You walked away quietly like a secret kept, while the world was still and the city slept. No grand finale, no final bow, just the then turning into now. I was braced for a storm, for the wind and the rain, but it's the silence that's causing the pain. The loudest goodbye I've ever heard was the one where you didn't say a word. You walked away quietly, so soft, so still. If you won't break my heart, the quiet will. You just stepped into the light and walked away quietly into the night. I'm back on page one of the messages we sent, mapping the forever and where they always went. I'm looking for a glitch, I'm looking for a sign, a hidden meaning shadow in a 2-year-old line. The coffee shop window is a localized crime scene, where I'm looking for the versions of who we used to be. I'm checking the corners, I'm checking the air for the ghost of a feeling that's no longer there. It's a cold case file, it's a red string wall, waiting for the logic to explain the fall. The evidence is thin, but the memory is thick, and the needle in my heart has a localized tick. 'Cause I'm still searching for us in the middle of dawn, retracing the shadows from the dusk until the dawn. I'm a private detective in an empty blue room, looking for a spark in the middle of the gloom. You've already moved, you've already turned, but I'm sifting through the ashes of the bridges you burned. The map is all wrong, and the compass is dust. Yeah, I'm still searching. I went to the park where the light used to hit, in the exact same spot where we used to sit. I'm looking for a footprint, looking for a trace of the once upon a time on your beautiful face. But the grass has grown over and the bench is all cold, and I'm the only one holding the story we told. It's a different kind of hunger, a different kind of deep, the kind of a secret that you can't even keep. Show me the moment, show me the frame. When did your love you turn into a shame? I'm digging for gold in a mountain of lead, I'm searching for the living in a house of the dead. Give me a clue, give me a spark, don't just leave me searching in the middle of time. Give me a clue, give me a spark, don't just leave me searching in the middle of Checking the logs, checking the time, looking for the reason in a victimless crime. Still searching, still lost. 'Cause I'm still searching for us in the middle of dawn, retracing the shadows from the dusk until the dawn. I'm a private detective in an empty blue room, looking for a spark in the middle of the gloom. You've already moved, you've already turned, but I'm sifting through the ashes of the bridges you burned. The map is all wrong, and the compass is dust. Yeah, I'm still searching for us. I'm standing in the kitchen where we used to laugh, but I'm staring at the pieces of a broken up glass. The oxygen is leaving, the nitrogen is thick, and the clock on the wall has a lead heavy tick. I try to say your name, try to break the seal, but the words are like stones that I can't even feel. We're drowning in the nothing, we're sinking in the now, and I'm trying to breathe, but I don't know how. It's a localized pressure, dropping the heart, watching the atoms just drift apart. The light is a bird and the walls are a cage, and we're both trapped on the same heavy page. 'Cause the air turned heavy, too thick to move, with nothing left to say. We were tied to the dark, we were steady and sure, with a localized always and a heart that was pure. But the rope started fraying, the knots started thin, and the salt of the nothing started settling in. I didn't hear a snap, I didn't hear a crack. I just looked at the shoreline and couldn't get back. The space in between us was a millimeter wide, until it was swallowed by a different kind of tide. It's a different kind of distance, a different kind of deep, the kind of a secret that you can't even keep. The anchor is missing, the compass is blind, and I'm losing the forever that I left behind. 'Cause the day we drifted, the world was all still, watching the once was lose all its will. No storm in the kitchen, no holes in the hull, just the slow motion silence of a beautiful love. I reached for your hand, but the water was high, and I watched the earth just shrivel and die. The horizon is empty, the logic has shifted. Yeah, the day we drifted. Yeah, the day we drifted. I saw you waving from a mile away, in the middle of a regular sunny day gray. You look so peaceful, you look so complete, while I was just a shipwreck on a dead-end street. We're two different signals on the same old dial, separated by 1,000-mile smiles. The uncanny valley of a broken down heart, watching the atoms just drift apart. Dark explodes at a driving industrial snare, and a wall of distorted shimmer synths. The vocals are high, raw and layered into a chaotic, panicky choir. Panicky choir. Swim back, reach out, pull the line. Don't just leave me here on the edge of the fight. I'm drowning and maybe I'm dying in fear. Give me the heat of a localized flare. The gap is a mountain, the gap is a sea, and I'm losing the version of who I used to be. 'Cause the day we drifted, the world was all still, watching the once was lose all its will. No storm in the kitchen, no holes in the hull, just the slow motion silence of a beautiful love. I reached for your hand, but the water was high, and I watched the earth just shrivel and die. The horizon is empty, the logic is shifted. Yeah, the day we drifted. Currents taking us home, directions we chose on our own. No more we. The day we drifted. The phone calls are shorter, the misuse are thin. I'm losing the place where our stories begin. We're not fighting anymore, we're not even mad. We're just two different versions of the once upon a had. I saw you on the street and I didn't even wave, like a localized maybe that we couldn't quite save. The volume is dropping, the signal is weak, and I'm losing the words that I'm supposed to speak. It's a different kind of ending, a different kind of gone. Watching the always turn into one. The screen is still glowing. We were standing in the hallway, caught in the light of a Tuesday evening that was losing its fight. You reached for your jacket, you reached for the door, but you turned back to me for a second or more. And you gave me that look, the one from the start, that used to be the anchor in the heat of my heart. The corners of your eyes were starting to crease in a localized version of a temporary piece. It was a 3-second window, a lifetime away, before the gravity shifted and settled our fate. I was memorizing every shadow, every line, trying to pretend that you were still mine. 'Cause it was a last smile, a final hello before the forever had nowhere to go. No bitterness yet, and no, it's all a mistake, just a peaceful release. just drifted away. Got it, click. The shutters close, the story's done. The ending's exposed. Your last sob smile. Your last sob smile. The boxes are packed, but they're still in the hall. I'm staring at the shadows on the bedroom wall. I've got your old sweater and I've got my new keys. I'm caught in the middle of a localized freeze. We aren't shouting anymore, we aren't even mad. We're just two different versions of the once was and had. I'm checking my phone for a ghost of a spark, but I'm just a heartbeat in the middle of dark. It's a different kind of heavy, a different kind of deep, the kind of a secret that you can't even keep. I'm too far to reach you, but I'm too close to stay in this one-person riot at the end of the day. Life stands health. Life stands health, 'cause I'm stuck in the lonely middle, the gap in the week, losing the person I was meant to be. No more good morning, no how was your day, just the slow motion way that we're drifting away. I'm not quite a stranger, but I'm not even us. Watching the always just turn into dust. The gravity shifted, the logic is thin, and I'm trapped in the middle of where we begin. Yeah, the lonely middle. Script. I saw our old booth at the place on the hill. The table was level, but the air was a chill. I wanted to call you, I wanted to wave, but I'm just a witness to a localized grave. The city is buzzing, the people are loud, but I'm just a smudge in a passing by crowd. It's the uncanny valley of a broken down heart, watching the atoms just drift apart. Keep coming heads to shimmer. Keep coming heads to shimmer. Fast forward the clock, turn back the page. I'm sick of the waiting in this open wide cage. Give me the over, give me the stay, anything but the nothing in the middle of the day. I'm a heartbeat in a vacuum, a ghost in the gear, tired of the almost and the still being here. Quora. empty echo. In an empty home, the lonely middle. The lonely middle. I checked the calendar, I checked the sun, but the morning didn't come for anyone. I'm standing in the kitchen, I'm staring at the black, waiting for the old ways to come running back. The neighbors are waking, the traffic is loud, but I'm still a shadow in a midnight shroud. You took the tomorrow and you took the light, and you left me a permanent version of night. It's a different kind of blind, a different kind of loss when the sun goes down and you're counting the cost. The oxygen is heavy, the nitrogen is thick, and the clock on the wall has a lead heavy tick. 'Cause you caught the dawn, you caught the flight, but the nights stay yet still midnight. The stars are all frozen, the moon is a ghost of the version of us that I needed the most. You're walking in sunlight, you're breathing the day, while I'm trapped in the hour that you walked away. The world is moving, but the shadows are gray, and the nights stay. Navigating by the glow of the phone in a kingdom of nothing that I've built on my own. It's 3:15 and it's been that way for a year, in the localized vacuum of you not being here. I can't find the exit, I can't find the door, in a house that doesn't feel like a home anymore. It's the uncanny valley of a broken down heart, watching the atoms just drift apart. Turn on the sun, give me a spark, don't just leave me here in the middle of dark. I'm drowning in nothing, I'm dying in fear. Give me the heat of a localized flare. Break the windows, let the light in, anything but the blackness underneath my Still 15, still dark, still the same ice cold spark you left, but the night stayed. Stayed. It wasn't a cliff and it wasn't a leap, it was a localized, quiet, heavy and deep. We were a mountain, we were a height, but we started to drift in the middle of night. I didn't even notice the air getting thin, or the way that the shadows were settling in. We were holding our breath for a once upon a time, while we were both losing the will for the climb. It's a different kind of fall and a different kind of grace, watching the distance grow on your face. The gravity shifted, the anchor was light, and we started to sink in the middle of flight. 'Cause we fell slowly, an inch at a time, watching the ocean start to lose all its right. No sudden collision, motion wave. But the minutes passed, we were a forest fire. Then a candle flame glow until there was nowhere left for the us to go. The world didn't stop and the wind didn't blow. Yeah, we fell slowly. Yeah, we fell slowly. I remember the dinner where we didn't speak. I felt the foundation getting brittle and weak. You were scrolling through photos of people you knew while I was navigating nothing of you. It's a peaceful disaster, a velvet line fall, watching the forever get too thin for the wall. Our two feathers drifting in a wide open room, waiting for the floor and the localized doom. When did the stay turn into maybe? When did they always turn into used to be, baby? I'm reaching for the red, I'm reaching for the heat, but I'm just a ghost on a dead end street. Give me a crash, give me a sign, anything but this fading away on the at a time, watching me always start to lose all its rhyme. No sudden collision, no crash of the glass, just a slow motion wave at the minutes as we were a forest fire. Then a candle flame glow until there was nowhere left for the us to go. The world didn't stop and the wind didn't blow. Yeah, we fell slowly. We used to be a garden, we used to be a spring, a localized always, a beautiful thing. But we forgot the water, we forgot the light. We left the us out in the middle of the night. The petals started curling, the green turned to gray. Watching the once was just drifting away. It's not a sudden winter, it's not a violent frost, just a slow motion counting of everything we lost. It's a different kind of quiet, a different kind of dead, when the I love you is something that's already been said. The roots are all shallow, the ground is all stone, and I'm standing in the garden all on my own. 'Cause when hearts wither, they don't make a sound, they just turn into paper and fall to the ground. No lightning, no thunder, no crash of the glass, just the sound of the seasons as they finally pass. You're a ghost of a blossom, a shadowy. I'm looking at you, but there's nothing to see. The colors are empty, the logic is thin. When hearts wither, yeah, when hearts wither. Yeah, when hearts wither. I touched your hand and it felt like a leaf, brittle and broken and buried in grief. We're just two skeletons of a perfect romance, waiting for a wind that'll give us a chance to blow us away, to scatter the dust, to let the forever just turn into rust. It's the uncanny valley of a beautiful bloom, watching the nothing take make up all of the wrong. Give me a storm, give me a flood, anything to bring back the rush of the blood. I'm tired of the drying, I'm tired of the pale, I'm tired of the almost and the ready to fail. Water the ground or let it all die. I'm sick of the waiting under this desert dry sky. looking at the blueprints of the me and you, trying to find the moment when the lines went through each other, not together like a broken up grid, hiding all the secrets that we both already did. I'm checking the angles, I'm checking the degree of the localized distance between you and me. We were a masterpiece, we were a perfect design, until the gravity shifted and we fell out of line. It's a different kind of crooked, a different kind of tilt, in a house made of habits and a garden of guilt. The compass is spinning, the logic is thin, and I don't know where the wrong begins. 'Cause we're lost in the places where we misaligned, leaving the forever and the always behind. You're a horizontal, maybe I'm a vertical, no, and I'm losing the map of where we're supposed to go. No right and no left, just a jagged edge. I'm looking at you, but you're looking past me. The stars are all shifted, the light is declined at the exact same spot where we misaligned. Yeah, we misaligned. I saw our old booth at the place on the hill. The table was level, but the air was a chill. We were sitting in the same seats, drinking the same wine, but I was on a mountain and you were on a line that was heading for the exit, heading for the coast, while I was holding on to what I needed the most. It's the uncanny valley of a broken down heart, watching the atoms just drift apart.
The product explodes, add a driving industrial snare and a wall of distorted shimmer sips. The vocals are high, raw and layered into a chaotic, panicky choir.
Snap the wire, break the glass, let the broken finally pass. I'm tired of the leaning, I'm tired of the tilt, I'm tired of the almost that we already built. Straighten it out or let it all fall. I'm sick of the shadows on the crooked up wall. Cause we're lost in the places where we misaligned, leaving the forever and the always behind. You're a horizontal, maybe I'm a vertical, no, and I'm losing the map of where we're supposed to go. The sweater, I deleted the thread, I rearranged every single piece of the bed. I bought a new candle, a different kind of scent, trying to untrace every place that we went. But I open the fridge and I see your brand, I feel the almost of your ghost heavy head. I'm scrubbing the surfaces, I'm bleaching the floors, but I'm still finding us behind all of the doors. It's a localized haunting, a persistent stain, a sun-drenched afternoon that feels like the rain. I'm checking the locks and I'm drawing the blind, but I can't lock the you out of the back of my mind. 'Cause your memory lingers, it's a permanent guest. It's the weight of my lungs and the ache in my chest. You took your suitcase and you took your goodbye, but you left a shadow that refuses to die. So the I felt the familiar mechanical collapse inside. It's just 5 letters, it's just a name.